My name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tawengabengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news, Fiji edges past Italy in Test match. Man seeks help to search for wife and children. And Fiji gears to host Civil Society Week.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spade.
The Vodafone Flying Fijians defeated Italy 22-19 at Suva's ANZ Stadium today. Fiji scored 3 tries to Italy's 1 in a tightly contested encounter. Rohit Dale with the story.
The home side started well with Aroni Vasiteri crossing the line after some good work from set play. Chale Watumbua scored his first try for the Flying Fijians as Fiji led 14-9 at halftime.
With a lovely ball for Vatuba.
Italian fly half Tommaso Allen kept his side in the match with 3 penalties in the first half. Fijian winger Veronica Ngoneva opened the scoring in the second spell with a try from an intercept from inside his own half.
He's got some pace. Ngoneva, it's a foot race down the left side.
Fiji was reduced to 14 men after number 8 Nemani Nangusa was yellow carded for an illegal tackle in the 52nd minute. Italy took full advantage as Maxim Mabada scored from a rolling maul to close the gap to 19-16. Ben Volavola won the match for Fiji with a drop goal after the hooter. The Italians dominated scrums and lineouts, and those would be an area of concern for the coaching panel.
We expected Italy to come here and give us a very tough physical battle, and they certainly did that. For me, I think credit to our team. We got away to a good start, which we really worked hard on doing, because some recent tests we've given away a start, and then it's hard to close the gap.
Fiji will host Scotland at 2:30 p.m. at Suva's ANZ Stadium next Saturday. Rohit Deo, FBC News.
Rugby fans took advantage of the good Suva weather and gathered in huge numbers to support their team at the ANZ Stadium today. The theme of Bring the Fight, Wear White was quite visible as Fiji hosted its first international test of the year. Kelly Vavala reports.
These fans were getting excited before the much-anticipated match as they lined up outside the stadium gates from midday.
Fiji is going to give Italy a run for their money.
Go Fiji, go, and team for Fiji. I think it's good, more family time, and people just come and enjoy and support our national team.
Here just to support the team, Fiji team, of course.
Just here to support the Fiji team.
Other fans say they are happy that this type of matches are being organized locally.
Yeah, it is. It is good, yeah. Showcase talents. You've got a lot of talents overseas. It's good to bring the boys back home.
Because we have this just overseas and we don't bring this home. And I think this is so uplifting for our Fijian community to come together and celebrate. I think Fiji is going the right way.
And prove their best today, encourage the younger generation to do even better in years to come.
Police officers were also busy since this morning, controlling the traffic and making sure fans watch the game in a safe environment. Food stalls and merchandise tents at the game's venue meant extra cash for some.
Go Fiji, go!
Both the young and the old were part of today's event. Many cheered their hearts out at the stadium here today, filling the air with so much excitement and making the atmosphere an electrifying one. Kelly Badala, FBC News.
A 34-year-old man of Nandi is pleading for information that will help him find his wife and 2 daughters. Kamlesh Chandra says he found his family members missing after returning home from work on Tuesday. Police have confirmed they received a report on Wednesday. The missing are 34-year-old wife Reshmi Kumar, 3-year-old Krisha Chandra and 4-year-old Kavya Chandra.
I tried to find them. I've been to all of their family from Bath to Nosori. From Tuesday, I'm just looking for them. They did not take any clothes with them, or even the kids' shoes are at home. They have seen my daughters or my wife. Just give a contact to, just call to the police, or my number is 8420-655. They can call me at any time.
The Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority's whistleblower policy is becoming a success. Chief Executive Viswanath Das says they are working on a number of cases based on tip-offs.
Whistleblower cases, I would at this point in time say, the numbers are increasing and the investigations are going on. And as and when, we complete these cases and, determine the rewards. Look at the whistleblower cases, I think, the understatement of sales that has been happening, and the vet monitoring system is one of the ways or a solution to address that.
International civil society organizations will be able to see firsthand the effects of climate change in the Pacific. Pacific Islands Association of NGOs will be hosting these agencies in Fiji later this year as part of the International Civil Society Week. Kelly Vavala reports.
The non-governmental organization will make this a global event to shed more light on climate change effects.
Issues of oceans, the issues of climate, Fiji especially and the Pacific leading this at the international scene makes International Civil Society Week in Fiji a great global event. Important that it's happening in the Pacific because of the issue of climate.
Oxfam International Executive Director Winnie Bianima says climate change is impacting overall economic growth globally.
See it as these two struggles in one. The struggle for our planet and the struggle to tackle rising economic inequality and poverty in the world. They are connected.
Our question is always about local action, and how does local action, we have global issues, but how do we do and implement them at the local levels to have them understand more where we're coming from, perhaps exchange methodologies and learn from one another.
The International Civil Society Week will be held from the 4th to the 8th of December with the theme Our Planet, Our Struggles, Our Future. Kelly Varvala, FBC News.
Still to come, preschoolers take part in cleanup exercise. Anthem Boy exhibition launched at Fiji Museum. Details after the break.
Nimbula vinaka na yavangunga andi moala radada ranalika o tikongona tau na singatoka ando talitaka na vakaronga na Mbula FM number 2 na serre.
Ya dora subuli kurna bili. Borani patukara hambara binanga. Do talitakina na vakaronga na Mbula FM number 2 na serre. Bula.
Bula FM number 2 na serre.
The Fijian Elections Office has set up a system for mobile registration teams to visit homes of persons with disabilities. Elections Supervisor Mohammed Saneem says the system has been put in place to assist those that cannot make it to the registration location. He says the teams are in all 4 divisions as well as the maritime areas.
So if someone is facing disabilities in terms of traveling to any of our centres, please give us a call on 33162225 and we will try and organise a team to come and do registration for you or provide you voter services at a location that you choose.
Fletcher Bailey Bridge in Vatuanga will be closed from 9 tonight. This is to enable China Railway 14 Group to complete the bridge foundation work for the new bridge. The bridge will reopen on Monday with new operating conditions. Heavy vehicles, including buses, can no longer travel over the bridge from Monday. 40 preschoolers today got their hands dirty while trying to learn to help save the planet. The kids between the ages of 2 and 4 were part of a cleanup campaign at Mysore Park this morning. Pranita Prakash has more.
These students of School of Angels Preschool have been learning about climate change, pollution and protecting our oceans and forests during the second term.
I want to save all the animals in the sea, and when I grow up, I'm gonna try help animals stay alive. I keep the world clean because I have to help the animals.
I want to keep the world clean to save our planet, and I also feel sorry for the animals who are dying because of rubbish, like the turtles and the fish, and I think it's really sad, so I want to help.
Coordinator Tara Chetty says it is a good start to these lessons at an early age.
Kids have been learning about pollution, both land and sea pollution, and they're really committed to putting that learning into action. So today the kids all came down, brought their parents down here, and they picked up all the rubbish that we could find in the mangroves along the seaside, and we collected quite a large pile of rubbish, as you would have seen earlier.
Parents had also joined their children to clean up their favorite recreational area. The school plans to make this an annual event. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
The Kamunanga exhibition is a collaboration between the Fiji Museum and their counterparts in the UK. The exhibition tells the story of the tambua, its significance to our culture and its ceremonial use. Launching the event, the President Chiochi Kondrote elaborated the importance of Fiji's history presented in this form, especially for the younger generation.
The objects on display and associated stories on the tambua will invoke self-realization for the young Itoke to appreciate and recognize the significance, value and importance of the Kamunanga. The exhibition will provide an opportune space for storytelling, maximizing on the transmission of knowledge between generations of Fijians and fostering an appreciation of local history and culture.
Turning to world news, protests were held in London as residents demanded support for those affected by the Grenfell Tower fire. Crowds gathered outside a hall where Prime Minister Theresa May met survivors, and protests were also held at Downing Street. The death toll rose to at least 30. Coming up in FBC Sports, flying Fijians to work on errors. And latest from the Vodafone Fiji Fact, this and more after the break.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1। इट्स सो हॉट।
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफरी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट। आई लव मिर्ची एफएम।
हमें स्पिन तक ताबुआ के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट।
The Vodafone Flying Fijians are aware that a lot of work is required before they face Scotland in 7 days. Fiji made a lot of errors in the 22-19 win over Italy in Suva today. They lost 4 of their own lineouts and lost possession on numerous occasions at scrum time.
We just need to work on a few basic skills in order to improve on this. We can't change anything. We just have to change how we run our lines and hold our depth and that's it.
The Reo football side beat Lambasa 6-5 on penalty kicks in the first semi-final of the Vodafone Fiji Fact today. Dione Kerevanua had put Reo ahead, but the Northerners equalised in the 90th minute to push the match into extra time. Both teams were locked at 1-1 after extra time. Here are the match highlights.
On the broadcast side, floating it through in the way, and Christopher Wasasala! Hello! Antonio Tuibuna for the Lambasa side. He places and he misses. Rimandau taking his run, comes in, and Aquila Mataisuba. And it's Lambasa with the second seal. Leki Mangone Rao comes in, Leki Mangone Rao. Verovo takes his run, comes in, places and Aquila Mataisuba. Third kick against his workmate. And he places it and scored a goal in this game so far. He places it and has pulled one back. Kicker for the Lambasa side as he takes his run. Manasa places it and Manasa makes it 4. National team captain who lost his mum recently, and he comes with a kick and he has pulled one back, so it's 4-3. Doesn't want to watch it. Master Edwin Scheim takes his run here, turns and drives and Simi saves for the Rewa side as he takes his run. He comes in and he places it and makes it 4-4. Pairs of legs. Takes his run back, Akimi Ralulu turns and places and Simi saves. And he comes with his kick and Aquila saves. Aquila takes his run, places it and goes it in, just hits the post and goes in. On the grandstand here. So Gabrieli Matanasinga now with a chance. He places it and he has equalized. Elisoni Lolaivalu places it, and Aquila, and it spins and into the finals as he places it, and then Madwan Gounder has put Rewa into the finals tomorrow, a 6-5 victory.
Rewa will play Nandi in the final tomorrow. The jet setters eased past Suva 6-2 in the second semi-final today. Here are the highlights.
As Dungudangi's kick, a low one. In the header, comes across, comes back again, and following through is Gase Vakatini, and Gase Vakatini has put Nandi up as the Suva defenders were scrambling. Side. He places it, and Rangata goes the wrong way, and Nandi go up by 2-0. The crowd has fitted away, and in comes the kick from Gase Vakatini, deflected, and Nandi go up by 3-0. In the 4th minute of play, a lot of injuries, and the kick coming, Rangata again drives, and they pushed another one in, following through Ame Vutunui in the 6th minute of play, Rangata diving and playing it in.
The Tri-Nations tournament this year could be the perfect build-up for the Vodafone Fiji Mbati for this year's Rugby League World Cup. 4 Fijian players playing in the NRL arrived in the country to launch the competition, which will see Fiji host Papua New Guinea and Australia in October. Rohit Deo with the story.
Some big names of NRL were present at the launch of the Tri-Nations competition in Nadi yesterday. Winger Aquila Iwate knows what it takes to compete at the World Cup and says the pre-tournament competition will be a boost.
Going to the World Cup, it's always tough playing any team in the World Cup, but I think playing Australia and Papua New Guinea in Suva will definitely boost our own confidence up, especially going to the World Cup in Australia. And there's a lot of young players in our team, and we just got to step it up.
The availability of John Sutton and Jared Hayne in the squad has not only got the fans excited, but players as well.
I think John Sutton's put his hand up to come into the team, and so has Jared Hayne. So I think they're quite capable of handling the half job. At the moment, I'm just happy to play dummy half and play some good footies.
Kane Evans says Fiji has achieved a lot on the global stage, and the World Cup is another chance to add to that.
After watching the Olympics and seeing the Sevens team do our nation proud, obviously it's made us Fijians all around the world proud. You know, we have such a low population, but we got our own airline.
The Tri-Nations will be held at Suva's ANZ Stadium in October, while the World Cup starts later in the month with matches to be played in Australia and New Zealand in PNG. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
The New Zealand All Blacks scored a convincing 78-0 win over Samoa in their rugby test in Auckland last night. After absorbing some early Samoan pressure, the All Blacks scored 12 unanswered tries for an overwhelming victory. In another test match played yesterday, Wales beat Tonga 24-6 in a tightly contested encounter. The Welsh scored 2 tries in the match. Fine conditions prevailed over most parts of the country. It was a perfect day in most centres with brief showers and cool breeze. In the west, it was generally fine. Bar recorded the highest temperature at 30 degrees. Lautoka and Nadi were cool at 29. Eastwards from Pakaba to Suva, cloudy periods prevailed with isolated brief showers. The temperatures dipped to 27. And up in Vanua level, cooler conditions also prevailed here. Lambasa was on 29 degrees. Savu was cool at 27. At seas, moderate to fresh east to southeast winds, rough seas. Looking at the tides, the next high tide is at 12:45 tomorrow morning, followed by low tide at 6:55 a.m. Sunrise will be at 6:36. Outlook for tomorrow, it's cloudy periods with isolated brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands, cool nights. And the outlook for Monday, it's fine apart from brief showers over the eastern parts and the interior of the larger islands, cool at night. Recapping the main stories, Fiji edges past Italy in test match. Man seeks help to search for wife and children. And Fiji gears up to host Civil Society Week. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question this week, we are asking, can the Vodafone Flying Fijians beat Italy and Scotland? Well, we now know the results of the game between Fiji and Italy, but you can still give your predictions on the second match. Visit our FBC website to answer. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. Until next time, from the team and I, good night.
I'm Anare Sorbakroa of Neabu Wenibuga Telebu. Whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Tano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.